All right, guys, welcome back into another episode of To The Show Baseball Podcast presented by Beyond the Monster. I am your host, Andrew Parker, and today's episode, we are diving into the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. We sit down with Antwone Kelly, who was fresh off winning a High-A Player of the Week award for his performance there in Greensboro. So we talked to him. Obviously, he's from Aruba. He played in the WBC the last go around. He's hoping to play in it this next time. And we talked to him just about what he's doing. He's touching 101 on his fastball, which is incredible. So obviously, we dig into all that, talk about how he's been early in the season. And before I do go any further, whether you watch me on YouTube, listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, anything. But yeah, without further ado, let me shoot you on to the interview with Antwone Kelly.
All right, I am joined by Pittsburgh Pirates prospect pitcher Antwone Kelly. Antwone is actually fresh off winning a Player of the Week award there for High-A for his efforts that he had in Greensboro. And that's kind of where I wanted to get started. Antwone, obviously winning Player of the Week isn't probably something that you had circled that you wanted to win going into the week. But what was that like, I guess, to be recognized by minor league baseball and just to see your name up there with Player of the Week award?
I mean, I was happy. I wasn't surprised though, because I know I had a chance to win it. It was 5 innings, 0 hit, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. So I think it was a pretty good outing, and I thought I had a chance. And then, in like 11, I saw my phone like, damn, I just won the Player of the Week. So I was very happy and excited about it.
Was that something well, first of all, was that outing one of your best pitching performances you've had in quite some time?
Yeah, for sure. I think I had a no hitter last year in Bradenton, but it wasn't. It was like a 5 strikeout and 3 walks. So this one was pretty. It was pretty awesome.
Okay. What did you like? Did you notice anything different about yourself? Like when you were out there, were you like, I just feel really good today? Or was it one of those things that, you maybe by the third inning, you're just like, oh, okay, like I'm doing this today. Like, was there anything different?
Now I think I always have the same mentality to get quick outs, but every time that I get to the 2 strike, I want to finish them. So I want to strike them out. So I think that's what my mentality was all game, and it happened by itself.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, one of your best outings, obviously this year, and probably over your professional career as well. I know you're very young into your professional career, but that does take me. I do want to ask about your off-season time, and so obviously, to have an outing like that and have like a start like this, you probably had worked on some things over your off-season. So could you kind of walk me through what your off season looked like? Like, what did you spend time doing in your off season in regards to your pitching development?
In my off season, I always had a good fastball, so I wanted to have a good fastball and try to command it where I want. And in the off season, that's all work I worked on. So on my fastball, I'm trying to get it better, get better velo, and throw it where I want. So I went to a place in Tampa called Kinetic Performance, and they helped me a lot how to use my body correctly and getting more in the zone and everything. And I think it really helped because I got like 4 miles up. So last year my average was like 94. This year my average is 97. I'm topping at 101 right now, so I'm very happy about it. And
Wow.
my miles went increased a lot, and my command is way better. So I'm very happy about that. The off season went really good.
I mean, that is that's not easy to do. I know that it might be easier said than done on increasing your fastball velocity there. What so I guess like it's one thing to say it, but what kind of things does like for you as a pitcher, like how do you go about, obviously you're going into your off season and you're just like, okay, my fastball is sitting here. I want to be at 97. I want to sit at 98. What do you do? What does a pitcher do, I guess, over the off season to gain the velocity?
I think I focus a lot on my hips, on my mechanics, and because I used to use my arm a lot. so only arms. So I'm trying to just I worked on how to use my body completely and get more flexibility in my hips. And I did some yoga too. That really
Oh,
helped a
okay.
lot. It's because I had a in December before Christmas, I had appendicitis surgery, and
Mhm.
I took like a month off without throwing. So I started doing yoga, stretches, and stuff like that. And when I came back, body feels good, feeling very flexible, and think that helped too.
Do you feel, I guess, with, I've had some guys on here that have said that over the off season they did Pilates, they did yoga, things like that. And it's really helped them feel a little different than in years past when they weren't doing things like that. Do you feel different compared to where you were last season because of the yoga and things like that you did?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The yoga, you feel your body feels very different, like very flexible and very even your mind feels it feels good. Everything like you're I'm it gets you in a great spot. So I recommend to a yoga for pitcher is really good.
Okay. So you're still a very young 21 years old. I had to double check. So you're still pretty young, and but you've had a couple spring trainings now under your belt. I think you're starting to kind of get the feel of it a little bit. Um, how was your spring training this year? I guess what did you work on, and I guess how did you use your spring training this year?
So my sprint training, I went to the sprint training without throwing a bullpen in the after surgery. So I went there just with my body feeling good and being mentally prepared. But I didn't know how good I'm gonna be in the sprint training. And first bullpen, it was like one of the best bullpen I've thrown in my life. So they wanted me to work on my power slider and my fastball command, and that's what it was good. All spring training and spring training went really good. One of my best spring trainings yet.
Okay. And do you think that it was a good spring training just because of the work you did over your off season, or like what do you think factored into that?
Yeah, I think it's probably the work that I put in the off season.
Okay. And this, you also have your first taste of High-A there in Greensboro. So obviously you bumped up a level from last year. Have you, I know it's pretty small sample size. I see you only have 9 starts here. I mean, it's starting to get to a big enough sample size, but what have you noticed about the increase, the jump into High-A? Like, has there been, has it been the hitters have been a little better? Have you like not been able to throw a certain pitch? I guess, what have you noticed?
I noticed the pitcher, the hairs are pretty much they're like better because they don't swing at bad pitches. So you gotta all your pitches gotta be competitive. Like you can't throw like a pitch because the hairs ain't gonna swing. You gotta throw very competitive pitches so the guys can can at least chase. So the level it changes.
Okay. And in regards to Greensboro, I know you're from Aruba. So have you ever been to Greensboro in the Carolinas before, or is that this your first time?
Now this is my first time.
And what are your thoughts on it?
It's very different. A lot of trees. Um, but it's a fun. It's fun. It's pretty fun. The our field is like in the middle of downtown, so we always got like a lot of fans. So it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I always find it interesting that that part of the country, the Carolinas and you got like the state of Virginia up there and all that, and it's like there's no professional sports teams for baseball. So their minor league teams are who they root for. It's like the Greensboros and the Greenvilles and all those teams around there. It's
Yeah.
quite interesting. All right, I got a question about you yourself off the field here. I know that we're recording this on the Monday off day, but on a normal Monday off day, what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to sleep wake up whenever, um, eat good, and play PlayStation almost every day, or maybe go to the mall. But most of
Okay.
the day, just rest.
What are you playing these days on PlayStation?
Right now, I'm playing Call of Duty, but then MLB.
Okay. Did you get your real 99 card yet?
Yeah,
How is that?
it's bad. They put it after 93, and they put a whole
Oh
picture.
man,
Yeah, it's bad.
got to get him to make you a new one. That's
Yeah, for
bad,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
I feel you. So I gotta ask. I talked to a lot of pitchers on this show, and every single pitcher has told me their off days they are golfing. Have you gotten into golf yet?
No, I don't know how to
Do you
golf.
plan on it?
The thing is, I like golf, but not like that. Like I can go to
Okay.
Top Golf and swing, but that's it.
Some of those guys take it real serious too. That
Yeah.
you're probably on a team with, and you're just like, guys, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not at this level. I don't want to do this, but okay.
Yeah,
It's
I have a lot of teammates that every week they have a new driver. They have a new every week. So every Monday they play golf.
yeah. And so you're just like, guys, not yet, not for me.
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I had another question. I wanted to ask you about, I guess, Aruba and a little bit of. Do you ever go back like over your off seasons? I guess like how often do you go back?
Every off season I go back like a 2 month or 1 month. But most of the time when I go there is to train too. Like I go see my family and then train, and then when I start throwing, I'll come here in the United States.
Okay. I'm about to I'm gonna date myself with this. I'm gonna make myself feel very old. I just turned 30, so I'm a little older than you, but I grew up a Red Sox fan, so
Okay.
I obviously was watching Xander Bogaerts play quite a bit, and obviously he's the Aruba connection to Boston, well, was. So for you being a 21-year-old, who did you kind of grow up in and really stick to, whether from Aruba or not?
I always like Jose Fernandez. That was my favorite pitcher ever. But since I became like much bigger, like I was 13, 14, I had very good connection with Bogarts. So we're very good friends. And we always talked about it, about how the baseball life is and stuff like that. Still till today, we talk every time we play Classic together. We're probably gonna play World Baseball Classic next year together, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that is actually a good question. Is obviously, I think a lot of people saw the World Baseball Classic in the last time it came through, and I feel like a lot of fans really enjoyed watching the all the different countries and everything. I think it started to catch on in the last one. So, how cool is that to know just like this coming World Baseball Classic, like you have a chance to be a part of it, and I guess just be in the whole thing.
I mean, it feels blessed because I went in the 2023 one, but I was 18, so I only threw one inning. But right now, I think I have the chance, and I am able to help the team more because I'm more mature. A better pitcher than I was 3 years ago. So I'm very happy and excited.
You had to have been one of the youngest people in the WBC the last time through. And you said, and obviously you only got one inning in, but how cool was that experience for you being at A, you were 18 years old, and B, you did actually get into a game. I know it was only for an inning, but so how cool was that to kind of at least experience that?
Nah, it was very crazy. I pitched against Taiwan at Taiwan, so it was like 40,000 people outside. First pitch shaking, but after that, three ground balls, Xander Bogarts. So it was pretty good. 9 pitches.
Those fans out there, they are
Yeah,
wild.
very
Those
crazy.
those games look crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I got one question left for you here. So obviously you have had a pretty good start to your season, and obviously we had talked about it earlier. You took home Player of the Week honors there for your performance a couple weeks ago. What do you have any other? I guess I don't know if you like to set goals. Like if you're like, I want to accomplish this, this, and this by All Star break or whatever. So for you, do you have any other early season goals that you would like to accomplish before the end of the season?
I think my number one is help the team clinch the first round of the season, and I would definitely like to get promoted, but I want to help my team, to clinch. And hopefully, if I do good, very good, being consistent, the future games will be fun too.
Okay. All right, Antoine. I appreciate all the time you just gave me, and obviously rooting for you, obviously going forward, and hope you have a great rest of 2025. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.